Daily Message, June 13th, 2024. Compassion, the Criteria for Judgment, Part 5. Since compassion is the criteria to be used for the final judgment, let us continue to consider examples of how Jesus manifested his compassion by way of actions that were in line with God's will, that we might follow his example. Another such example is recorded in Mark 1, verses 40 to 42. And a leper came to Jesus, beseeching him and falling on his knees before him, and saying, "If you are willing, you can make me clean." Moved with compassion, Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him, and said to him, "I am willing, be cleansed." Immediately the leprosy left him, and he was cleansed. The skin disorder the man had caused him much suffering, socially as well as physically. The law required such a person with an infectious disease to wear torn clothes, let his hair be unkempt, cover the lower part of his face, and cry out, "Unclean, unclean!" Instead of keeping his distance from Jesus as the law demanded, the leper came directly to Jesus and fell down on his knees to make his plea. He had no doubt Jesus could heal him. He only wondered whether Jesus was willing. Jesus, acting out of his compassion, reached out and touched the unclean leper, an act that, according to Mosaic law, incurred defilement. By his word alone, he might have healed the leper, but he applied at the same time the touch of his hand to express the feeling of compassion. He boldly placed love and compassion over ritual and regulation. How about you? Are you more fearful about catching a disease or illness than you are to act out of compassion by laying your hands on the afflicted and praying for God's healing touch to come upon them, thereby, like Jesus, placing love and compassion over fear? With love to all, Pastor Cheryl.